back, everyone, to another episode of the Adventures of FoxFoil. Today, we are starting out in the Nether, and as you can see from the lava all around me, this place is really easy to die in, so we are going to need to be very careful as we go exploring all that the Nether has to offer, because there is a lot to see. So we don't have time to sit around and just look at the sights. Let's get out there and start exploring. We were able to find a nether fortress pretty quickly after getting started with our exploration, and there was a lot of good loot in it. I mean, let's just take a look at some of the stuff that we got. 11 diamonds, we got gold and iron, not the pork chops, those we just collected, and then we got soul sand and nether wart, which are necessary for a lot of potions and other stuff. So that is a pretty good start to our trip. Now, let's get out there and see what else the nether has, because there's still so much to find. found a bastion, and we need to get down there and get inside because that place has a lot of good loot, and we need that. So let's see if we can find a way over there. That lava down there is not looking promising. That we're going to have to be really careful with. But I think if we can make our way over, ender pearls might be the best way for us to get over there. And let's just make sure we're safe. Yes. All right. So let's see. Yeah, I think down there. Let's do it. Am I hiding? Yes, I am hiding behind that nether rack. And the reason why is because I barely made it back to get all of my gear and get it in this chest. And it was really close and I don't want to die anymore. So I've blocked it up. I'm going to wait just a second before we finish going out and exploring the rest of the bastion. as you could see from that, I just kept dying and dying and dying some more. And even with a totem of undying, I still died because I used it up and then fell into lava. So not great. Not a great way to end the Nether adventure that we had. We were able to save some of the stuff that we got from the Nether fortress because I put it in a chest by the portal before going into the Bastion. So that stuff was saved. But that was not the way that I wanted to end the time in the Nether at all. And then it got even worse because as soon as I left the Nether, guess where I ended up? Not back at our portal, but at this portal in this cavern, which was not easy to get out of. I mean, look at this place. This place is huge. And I ended up in here without having a lot of blocks to be able to use to pillar up and make my way out. But I was able to get some. I did make my way out. And when I did, at first I didn't realize where I was. And I had to do a little bit of exploring to figure it out. But as you can see when we pan around here, I ended up under the hill by our village, which is right there in the distance. And then you can see the tower coming in. So that is where we ended up. I lost all of my gear when I fell into the lava. So all of the armor that I had worked and spent a lot of hours enchanting, that's all gone. And I don't really have enough diamonds to replace all of it. So I think what we're going to do real quick is go down and mine some diamonds because those are going to be necessary to start replacing the gear that we lost. So let's get some right here and then a couple more right here and that one and then that and even more. All right, we're back up from mining the diamonds. And as you can see, we have in this chest a bunch of cobbled deep slate that we were able to mine. We've got some regular deep slate and then we've got all of these resources here, which are going to be really useful along with 49 diamonds, which I think is pretty good. I only spent about an hour down there. So 49 diamonds is going to go a long ways towards replacing our gear. And then these other resources are going to be useful in some building projects that we are going to be working on. So all in all, very nice. All right. I've decided that we're going to do a little impromptu building project. We're at the base of the mountain, which is just across from where our starter base is. And I realized I've never really shown you exactly where the enchantment setup is. And I put it into this mountain because that's where the zombie spawner was. And what I do when I come over is I just climb up the side of the mountain. But I think what we need to do is rather than kind of go up here, just in like this little parkour, jumping up and around and making our way up, is that it would be useful to put in some staircases. Because as I was coming up here to do some enchanting, it's just a lot of work to get up. As you can see, it's not easy getting up here. And that's where the enchantment setup is back there. So I think what I want to do is to install a staircase to make coming up here a lot easier, because there's going to be some other projects that we're going to do in the coming episodes. And if we have some stairs to work with, that'll make it a lot easier to get up and down. So I'm going to get some stuff together. We still have some resources here. And then we're going to get this project built. We finished the staircase, and as you can see behind me, I've added in some lanterns. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It was something that I designed as I went along, and you might have been able to tell in the time lapse I made some changes with it as I was working on it. But let's go ahead and head up. As you can see, it goes all the way up here. It's much easier to get up than it was before. And right here, I'm going to be doing some stuff with this area. So I haven't extended the staircase or the path all the way in because I want to work on it a little bit more, design some things. So So that's still a work in progress, but it ends right here. And then we're going to have the path go over there eventually. But this is it. This is pretty good. I think it's going to be things a lot easier to get up and get enchanting done. And overall, really happy with that project. That will be it for today's episode. I'm really happy with where we are, even though I ended up dying in the Nether many, many times. We were able to recover, get some diamonds, build some stairs, and are well positioned for the next episode. But until then, thank you so much for joining me, and we will see you later.